everybody. I'm so sorry that we can't be together today, but I thought it would be great to share this story. Why do leaves change colors? It's something that we've been looking at and thinking about for the past few weeks, and we will return to that next week. So enjoy this story. Stay safe, warm, and dry, and I will see you in November. Why Do Leaves Change Color? By Betsy Maestro and illustrated by Loretta Krupinski. And this is a Let's Read and Find Out science book. Look at the leaves. It's autumn, and the leaves are turning red and yellow, gold and brown. Each type of tree has its own kind of leaves. The color of autumn leaves differ from tree to tree. Some oak leaves may be brown or yellow, while maple leaves may turn bright red. Leaves come in different sizes and shapes as well as colors. Some leaves are wide and others are narrow. Some have points while others may be rounded. How many different leaves can you find? Let's look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are so many different kinds of leaves. Just many of these leaves we've seen on our walks through the park. Just a few weeks ago, all the leaves were green. Back in the spring, the tiny new leaves unfurled from their buds. The green color in the leaves helps them to absorb or hold sunlight. Chlorophyll gives the leaves their green coloring. Chlorophyll is a natural coloring called a pigment. And this shows you, this is a diagram of what the inside of a leaf looks like. We would need a microscope to be able to see that. We only have magnifying glasses. Leaves are very important to the tree. They make a kind of sugar that is the tree's food. Leaves need sunlight, water, and air to make this food. The leaves work to feed the trees all summer long. The sugar is used by all parts of the tree: the leaves, the branches, the trunk, and the roots. The food, or sugar, helps the trees to grow, and extra sugar is stored in the leaves. So look at that, the roots, the trunk, the branches, the leaves. In the fall, many things are changing. In many places, there is a change in the weather. There are changes in light and temperature. Inside the leaves, there will be many changes too. All of these changes bring about the beautiful colors of fall. In the fall, there are fewer hours of sunlight each day. The change in the light tells the tree to get ready for winter. Winter is a time of rest for the tree. When the winter sun comes, the tree will have to survive. When winter comes, the tree will have to survive with less water and sunlight. The tree begins to get ready for its winter rest. It needs very little food now, and the leaves stop their work. The life of the leaves is almost at an end. The tree no longer needs them. When the leaves die, they will fall from the tree. This will happen slowly over a number of weeks, and we've been watching the leaves change color as we've been walking through the park every week. As the leaves begin to separate from the tree, they get less water. Without water, the leaves cannot make new chlorophyll. The old chlorophyll begins to fade. The green color starts to disappear. Now other colors can be seen in the leaves. Other pigments have been in the leaves all along, but they were hidden by the dark green of chlorophyll. Once the green color fades, the yellow and orange pigments can be seen. These pigments give color to the leaves of birches, poplars, and elms. Some foods like bananas and carrots get their natural yellow and orange coloring from these pigments. They also give color to some flowers. Maybe you can think of some. Remember those marigolds that we saw in the sunflowers? Autumn leaves have other colors as well. The yellows and the oranges have been in the leaves all along. Other pigments are made as the leaves begin to die. These new pigments are made from the extra sugar stored in the leaves. Sunlight causes the stored sugar to change to pigment. The new pigments make some leaves turn red, rust, or purple. The more sugar there is, the brighter the colors will be. Bright days and cool nights seem to bring out the best fall colors. And you can look at that's a sugar maple, a white oak, an elm, a red maple, a gray birch, a red oak. We've seen many of these leaves. Maybe we'll be able to find some next week. Maple leaves get their red color from the new pigments. Many flowers and some foods, such as beets and radishes, get their color from these red pigments. The brilliant reds of sumac leaves shows up only in the fall when these pigments form. Some trees, like oaks, make tannin in the fall. Tannin is not a pigment, but it does color the leaves. Some oak leaves turn a rich brown color in autumn. See if you can find some. You may be able to see some green coloring too. The change of color of autumn leaves is caused by change in the weather and light. This is why colors are not the same every year. The best leaf colors usually come with lots of bright sunshine and crisp, clear nights. Too much rain may make the colors dull. An early frost may kill the leaves too soon. Evergreen trees like pines and spruces keep their leaves all year, but in cooler climates, other trees must lose their leaves to survive in the winter. After the leaves have changed color, they are ready to separate from the tree. When they are just barely hanging on, a little bit of wind or rain will make them fall to the ground. In just a short time, the tree will begin to look bare. Piles of dead leaves collect under the tree. Some will be blown away. Others will be raked up. The leaves that are left will begin to rot. Over time, they will become part of the soil. Rotting leaves enrich the soil with minerals the tree needs to stay healthy. When the last of the leaves have fallen, the tree is ready for winter. During the cold winter, the tree will be dormant or resting. New leaf buds have already formed. Next spring, they will open and begin to make food for the tree. But now in the fall, it's time to enjoy the color of the leaves. Beautiful autumn foliage cannot be seen everywhere. Only in places such as New England, where we live, have displays of many colors. This is because the weather conditions there are usually just right, and there are so many different kinds of trees. Fall is a time to have fun with the leaves. It's time to take in the sights and sounds of the leaves. It's time for jumping into great piles of leaves, and then sometimes a time for raking them up. Fall is a time to get ready for winter. The trees are ready, are you? And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Here, I'm going to leave these pages up for a minute, and maybe mom or your grown-up can read them really quick, and you can use them to do some activities before we meet next week. But next week, we will be doing leaf rubbings, and we will be doing another special project to have to do with leaves. I hope you enjoyed this book. Stay warm and dry, and if you celebrate Halloween, have a happy and safe Halloween. I'll see you in November, which is just next week, at the park.